All right, we got some confessions here today. What interesting little things have you been doing? Would you like to confess that you are trying to get women to watch you pleasure yourself for $100? Is that your confession? You can let us know. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Some of these are texts, some from the site Fesshole. This one says, I once spent 20 minutes looking for my phone using the light on my phone. Have you ever done that where you're looking everywhere for your phone? It's like in your hand, or even worse, you're using the light from your phone to look for your phone?
Unfortunately, I've done it. I have, yes, Kevin.
Okay. All right. So that's something we can all relate to. This confession says, the old lady over the road from me has dementia, and for nearly 5 years, I've been calling her June. Found out a few weeks ago her name's actually Trudy. Well, that can't have been helping her with her dementia.
No,
calling her by the wrong name. Wait, what is my name?
June or Trudy. I mean, they're both. They sound very old.
Am I June? Am I Trudy? I just don't even know. This confession says, I timed how long the toaster takes with a stopwatch, and now every day I do this fun trick for my kids where I wave my hand over the toaster at the exact right time, and boom, the toast pops up. They think I'm some kind of wizard.
I got quite a different kind of relationship with my toaster. It's one of those ones where I love my toaster, but you almost have to unleash it about 20 seconds early to get it to the perfect amount of toast.
So you know that the dialing set that you have it on is not effective, and so you've got to intervene still.
Even with the all of the settings on there, the way to do it the best is put out the one certain setting, and then open it up about 15 seconds before it's supposed to come off.
So does it kind of lie to you? You can't just bring it down a little bit lighter? It just won't adjust?
It won't, and I find I'm doing that with my microwave as well, where if something's 3 mins, it's got to be about 247. I don't know if I ever trust the box anymore.
Really?
I kind of go on instinct.
Okay.
It served me right.
So with your microwave, you couldn't put it in for 247 and just let it stop?
You can't. Okay, for example, a Hot Pocket. You put them in there for 3 minutes. You put 2 in there for 3 minutes. Yeah, it's good. But at 247, but 243 to 247, they're just soft enough. They cook a little bit. I don't know. It's the way it's cooked. It's distributed better.
But you just so it's got to be
3 minutes
set,
is too hard.
It's got to be set at 3 minutes, and you have to take it out 13 seconds earlier. You can't set it at 247.
You can set it at 247. I don't think I'm explaining myself right. I got a weird microwave as well.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Go figure.
If you come over, I'll show it to you.
Okay. Another confession here. My mom and dad were super kind people and loved children. They've only been gone for a year, but every weekend I go buy 24 donuts, and I tell the donut shop to just give every kid that comes in a free donut and say that it's from my mom and dad. I gave them their names, knowing that they are still creating smiles is the best part of every week.
Well, that's just a good little wholesome.
That is kind of a nice little thing there, huh? That's kind of sweet. This confession says, only my mother-in-law and I were in the house, so I stole away to the bathroom for a quick naughty time to look at girls on the phone. But I couldn't get the audio to work. 15 minutes, I'm frustrated as I'm tapping my phone trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So I wander into the living room where the sound is blaring loud and clear on the speakers. Apparently Bluetooth was on. No way the mother-in-law didn't hear, but neither of us have never mentioned it.
That's embarrassing. Would you be more embarrassed if your mother-in-law caught you watching that kind of stuff, or if the Mexican queen caught you? What would be worse for you? Both are awful.
Okay, the queen's going to be a lot more vocal about it. She's going to tease me to no end forever. The mother-in-law is going to be more embarrassing, but I don't think she would ever mention it. So it's just kind of there and it's awkward.
The queen, I could see
the queen would be terrible.
Story.
When she saw you guys, she'd be like, "Oh, did he ever tell you the time that he?" I'd be like, "You say it every time you see anybody."
So it's worse for you if the queen finds you, but it's more embarrassing if it's the mother-in-law.
Yes.
Okay.
It'd be worse for me. Well, the queen got one of these scams that said that they had video of me on my laptop doing exactly the whole thing we were just talking about. And they threatened and they said either you send money or we're going to release the video. And she's like, oh, I'd love to see it. She's like, send it to me. And she's like, and release it everywhere.
Yeah.
And she still acts like I did that. And I'm like, I've not been sitting in front of my laptop doing that. And yet she'll tell people that. That's not even completely, it's not true at all.
You're getting blamed for the scam.
Right. So imagine if I really did it.
Yeah.
Imagine if I really did it. How she would spread the word.
You might as well do it at this point. Because
exactly. I might as well get caught on my laptop, pleasure myself, because she's telling everybody I am. I'm like, it's not true.
Well, then you have to defend yourself.
Right. And then when I come off all defensive and I'm all upset, then I look guilty because like, oh, whoa, why is Kev so defensive?
Because you should be defensive about that. That's something where you should be.
Right.
That sucks, man.
It does suck, right? That's messed up.
It's messed up.
It's completely messed up. This confession says, when I was 22, I was married with a 2-year-old. My husband deployed and bought me a MILF shirt. I didn't even know what it meant, and I felt dumb asking, so I wore it proudly all over the base. I did home daycare and was pushing my stroller when a worker laughed and asked me if I knew what it meant. They explained I never wore it out again. This one says, my daughter asked me to take a sparkling water to school. I said, sure. I got a call later from the school stating that she had actually brought in a White Claw.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Did she know it was a White Claw?
Well, you might have had the White Claw right next to the sparkling water and she grabbed the wrong one. I don't know. This confession says, whenever I stay in a hotel, I ask if there have been any messages left for the entire time when I pass the reception desk. There never are any messages, but it makes me feel like I'm James Bond. I doubt Bond would be staying in a Days Inn, though, but still.
That is awful. Back in the day, you'd come home and wait to see if there's any answering on your answering machine, and you go, you have no messages. Oh, no one loves me.
And a quick note, if you're ever on vacation, this person confessed, they said, after a night of steamy vacation fun with the wife, we visited the Smithsonian Institute. Didn't realize that they're going to search your bags when you go in there. They found our collection of interesting rubber plugs. We were both mortified.
Yeah, you got to probably know if you're going in there, they're going to check, right?
Yeah, probably not a good idea to go to Smithsonian right to the airport. They might go through your bags and then they might find stuff.
You said plugs?
Plugs.
All right. Yeah. Well, all right. Maybe we can delve into that on the podcast.
Yes. All right. Any confessions you have for us, you can always text them to us, 877-979-WRMF.